Good morning. Hey guys, Eagle Ike here, and today I want to share a little bit about my thoughts of training for the Appalachian Trail through hike. Yeah, training for the Appalachian Trail. It's been quite a journey. The first time a friend got me out on the AT was about 5 years ago. We were up near Clingman's Dome, and while I had a lot of passion and enthusiasm, I really didn't know the first thing about backpacking. Always loved nature and the outdoors and hiking and fishing and just being outside, but backpacking was a whole new world. To train for the AT, mostly a lot of hiking. My goal for a long time was to try to get about 18 miles a weekend with a backpack on local trails like this. And mostly was able to do that, so over time I've probably put in maybe 1,000 miles of training up to this point. I fell into probably a trap that a lot of people middle-aged might, where we think we're a little younger than we really are. So did overtrain and ended up with plantar fasciitis, and I've been dealing with that for about 6 months and finally starting to get better. Been trying to do more strength training and stretching, and of course focusing on good healthy nutrition, just a more simple diet, fruits and vegetables, and more protein, a lot less carbs, no sugar unless I have to, but just trying to get everything ready for the big hike. So at this point, I'm still 2 months out from the through hike of the AT and feeling pretty good. There'll be a lot of days where I'll get in 2 or 3 or 4 miles on a nearby trail, and then on the weekend, some of the longer time. And so what does that do? It really gives me time to adjust my pack and get the weight and balance just right, to make some final decisions about gear. Over the last 3 years, I've had the opportunity to do 4 long section hikes, and found out what shoes work best for me and what gear works best, trying to get the weight way down as much as possible and balance that out with comfort factor. And so all these training hikes just really lets me make a lot of mistakes ahead of time so that I don't have to make them when I'm out there. Big early mistake I made was just not being prepared for rain, and you think you're prepared until you spend a few days in the rain and everything gets soaked, and that's a deal breaker. So I've had time to think through that and work through some solutions to what happens when it's wet all the time and raining. Still not going to be great sometimes, but maybe a little better than it could have been. So yeah, for me, daily stretching, some strengthening exercises, and then a lot of time with a backpack on. So today is just a good day of an example of a training hike, and hope to have quite a few more. A friend of mine right now has taken off, and he's planning a through hike of the AT also this year. Doing a flip-flop like I'm planning from the same start point at Rockfish Gap near the Shenandoah. And for his training, it's early February. He decided to go up to the first 100 miles of the Appalachian Trail and hike that over the next week to do a final shakedown and be sure he's ready for when he starts in early April. So there's a lot of ways to do it. But do something, get out there, test out all your gear, test everything, and get in shape.